What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series Vikings Valhalla. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screeners to this entire new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Okay, confession time. I've only watched several episodes of the original Vikings series every now and then. I was not a hardcore fan and I did not watch that show as religiously as some of you may have. I admit the episodes I did watch were tantalizing, but I never followed it faithfully enough to where I could win Vikings Trivia Pursuit, you know what I mean? Now, do I like this sequel/spin-off? I'm gonna lean more towards yes. It's intense and gritty and violent, with great production designs and epic battle sequences. I mean, it's not the same scale as Game of Thrones, but the characters' journeys are intriguing. And this friction between Christians and pagans, it carries themes that resonate with our times today. That said, I do have some criticism about it, so stick around. Based on the previous series Vikings, created by Michael Hurst, written, showrun, and executive produced by Jeb Stewart, Vikings Valhalla is set over 1,000 years ago in the early 11th century. It chronicles the heroic adventures of some of the most famous Vikings who ever lived: the legendary explorer Leif Erikson, his sister Freydis' daughter, and Nordi prince Harald Sigurdsson. As tension between the Vikings and the English royals reach a bloody breaking point, and as the Vikings themselves clash over their conflicting Christian and pagan belief, these three Vikings begin an epic journey that will take them across oceans and through the battlefields from Kattegat to England and beyond, as they fight for survival and glory. So there are a total of 8 episodes, each runs about an hour long. The story is set 100 years after the events in the original Viking series. In a nutshell, Leif and Freydis come from Greenland. They enter this war that the Vikings are waging against England out of revenge. But Leif and Freydis are there for a different kind of payback. Without giving too much away, the story separates the siblings, Freydis on a path to finding herself, while Leif joins Harald in their quest to conquer England. If you ask me which one is better, the original series or this spin-off, I wouldn't be able to answer that. I can tell you, however, that I like the 3 lead characters. Leif is stoic and wise and observant. Freydis goes from being a victim to being a heroine. And Harald is ambitious and smart. It's an interesting mix between these 3 as well, because one is a Christian, one is a pagan, and one is on the fence, because he's more of a whatever works kind of guy. So yes, Leif, Freydis, and Harald may be protagonists, but what motivates them into fighting or their reason for survival is complicated, to say the least. The actors on this show are perfectly cast in their respective roles. Not all of them are Scandinavian, but most of them are. But 1,000 credits should go to the costumes and hairstyle makeup departments that help shape their performances. Although much of this show is based on actual events, including King Canute, who actually existed. But of course, not every little detail is historically accurate. The writers basically interweave some of what you can look up on Wikipedia with fictional romance and fictional power struggle drama, and that is where my criticism comes in. Look, I enjoy power struggle drama just as much as the next guy, but the way it plays out on this show is too crass and rushed. There's a character who's essentially a ripoff of Game of Thrones Lord Baelish Littlefinger, but there's no art, there's no finesse, no subtlety to his deception, and that just minimizes the show's effort to make everybody around him look intimidating and influential. I'm not gonna lie, there are inconsistencies with the plot. Sometimes some characters get strangely sidelined, but the ending does leave me wanting to see more of Vikings Valhalla. The Christians versus pagans conflict continue to grab my attention, so I think despite its flaws, this show will still entertain medieval fantasy action adventure fans everywhere.